everybody. Welcome to Spotlight on Middle Country. My name is Lenore Paprocki, and I am the president of the Greater Middle Country Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Sal DiVincenzo from the Miller Business Center at Middle Country Public Library.
Welcome to Spotlight on Middle Country, collaboration between the Chamber as well as Miller Business Center. And together we bring people in to talk and have a nice little conversation to learn more about themselves and their business. And today, happy to say we have one of my board members, Lisa Mitnick, from what we call PAFCU, which stands for People's Alliance Federal Credit Union. So used to saying PAFCU, Lisa, I forget. I have to look down to see what it actually stands for. So Lisa, welcome. So glad you're with us today.
Thank you very much, Lenore. I'm happy to be here.
So why don't we start off, Lisa, with you just telling us a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved in the banking and landed in PAFCU and the history of PAFCU?
Okay, well, I'll start with the history of PAFCU.
Okay.
We started as the Pan American Federal Credit Union in 1940. And when Pan Am closed, the credit union remained open. We changed our name to People's Alliance Federal Credit Union. So we've been around over 80 years. Which is wonderful. We're headquartered in Hauppauge with several other locations. And we offer the credit union now as a free employee benefits program to companies. I am the senior manager of business development, and I started out as the manager of marketing. I have a very long history with the credit union, and I actually found out about the credit union through the Middle Country Public Library many, many years ago. I was looking for a job and they told me to give the HR department here a call, and the rest is history.
Isn't that something? You're doing great things over there, Sal.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Very good.
So Lisa, let's say someone wants to come down. They're looking for a loan. They're looking to maybe build their credit. I hear you have some really great things happening down there at the bank.
Okay, so my favorite thing when I tell people that they're looking to build their credit is to apply for a credit builder loan. The amount that you borrow is held frozen in an account, and you could hold up to $5,000, and your timely payments are reported to Experian. And then once the loan is fully paid off, the funds are made available to you in your savings account. So it shows that you took out a loan for $5,000 and you paid it off and you're building credit. It's a win-win situation.
That's so awesome. Let me tell you, it's such a unique way of building your credit. And I think it's a fantastic opportunity for folks who, they don't have any credit. I mean, you need credit nowadays.
Yeah, it's great. It's good for building credit and for people that have poor credit. So if you have no credit and you're just starting out, it's good. But, say that you had a few things that went bad in the past, you could always start over again at People's Alliance Federal Credit Union.
And the best thing is you end up with money at the end after you've paid off your loan. So
Yes.
It's like a reward for paying down that loan.
Definitely.
So that's another extra. Most people just pay it down. They have nothing. Now you pay it down, you get your 5,000 or 2,000, whatever you wanted to borrow. I think that's a great program. What other things do you have?
Thank you. Right now we have a back to school loan. The rates are as low as 6.99%, and you could borrow up to $5,000 because everybody knows how expensive it is right now for school supplies, clothes. Some kids need laptops, so we help out with that. It's a great service that we offer our members. We're very famous for our car loans. We have great relationships with all the local car dealerships. And our rates are as low as 2.59%, and that is ongoing right now. And we also have what we call a debt consolidation loan. So, unfortunately, some people fall into that credit card trap. So we offer a debt consolidation loan. You can consolidate up to $25,000 with terms up to 60 months, and there's no collateral required. So our rates are as low as 9.99% right now for that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Thank
I know a lot of people actually are starting to feel the pinch with the way things are going here with the inflation getting so high and looking to unfortunately end up living off their credit cards during this time, and it's such a shame. So having a debt consolidation for a lot of people would be very, very helpful. Do we have to, if say that was something, somebody was interested in doing with you, do we have to open up an account with you, or can we just walk in and do business?
Well, you would have to open up a savings account, but you could walk into one of our locations and open the savings account first, or you could apply online, or you could email me. I can put my information. I could give it to Sal, and I don't know if he can post it or not at the end of the.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So yes, you do. You have to become a member, and then once you're a member and you have $50 in your savings account, you can apply for a loan.
That's fantastic. So I was just about to say, it's not a big investment either to become a member. And that's the beauty of this whole offering that you have here. So that's terrific. That's really great. So you said your office is in Melville, but you're, or Hauppauge, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
in
and you're out and about and part of the Middle Country Chamber. Why is that?
Well, I graduated from high school in Middle Country from Center Reach High School, and I live in Center Reach. I'm raising my children in Center Reach. They go to Dawnwood in Center Reach, and it's part of my community. So that was like the first reason. And then second of all, if I could offer our services to my neighbors and friends, I mean, that's just a plus. And I like to help out my community. Our service is impeccable, and we're really all about helping our members.
That's terrific. I love that.
Thank you.
Is there any criteria to become a member?
Yes, your company either has to offer us as an employee benefits program, which is free. And actually, that's a big thing that my department and we go out, and once a company has joined the credit union, we go and we do bank at work visits, and people can open up accounts during onboarding or on their lunch breaks. And then, so that's one way. The second way is where you live. So certain geographical areas. So people of Middle Country are eligible to join.
Okay.
Yes, and then of course where you worship.
Oh, okay. And where you worship as well. That's interesting. Okay.
Yes, we have several churches and
Yeah.
synagogues. And
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
So in other words, you're pretty much encompassing almost everybody, as
Exactly.
far as I could tell, so that works out well. I know that there are some credit unions that have much more stringent requirements. And, I may not fit under any of them. So I'm like, oh, so let's see. So it's good to see that PAFU's got a lot more leniency in that regard. So that's a good thing.
Thank you. We're definitely a traditional credit union where you have to join through a common bond, but almost everyone does find that they are eligible once we find out, hey, oh my goodness, you attend this church, or oh wow, I live here, my company offers the credit union. We're quite popular lately.
Very good. Very good.
Now, some people might be a little concerned because they hear the word credit union instead of bank, but everything is pretty much the same in the sense that, your money is safe in a credit union, right?
Oh, yes, it definitely is. And it's as if you were saving. It's similar to a bank, except we're not for profit. Where for our members, we don't answer to, a board of, we answer to a volunteer board, and we answer to our members. The credit union's owned by members, not by shareholders. So
That's a huge difference. I bet you a lot of people don't realize that, because that is a huge difference between a bank and a credit union.
Yes.
Very good. Hey, excellent. Well, so Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about, we heard all about your bank.
Yes.
And we know a little bit about you, but is there anything else you'd like to share about yourself? I know you wear, and I don't know if you want to know, but you wear a lot of hats. I know that.
Yes,
you're like
I do.
me.
Okay.
You have a million hats. So do you want to talk about some of the hats you wear?
I would love to. In addition to working at People's Alliance Federal Credit Union, I am on the board of the Greater Middle Country Chamber of Commerce, and I love working with you and our other board members to bring great things to Middle Country. I am also the president of the Board of Trustees of the Middle Country Public Library. I used to work at the library throughout high school and college. And I'm also the co-chair of the membership committee for the HIALI. I've been involved with the HIALI for over 20 years.
Wow, I didn't realize you had been involved with them that long.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrific. How long have you been working at the bank now at this point?
It's a total of, I would say, maybe 16 years I've been here.
Yeah, because forever we know each other. You've been the
Oh,
bank
yes.
girl. So, from the credit union, that's all I know you as. So, but I had no idea that the HIALI, God, I can't say that, is, is that you've been involved with that so long. I'm sure you find a lot of people and companies to become members of PAFCU with dealing with those types of companies, because there are a lot of big ones, obviously, in the HIA.
Yes, there is. And I'm also, I'm finding a lot of companies that can really use our services in the middle country area. As a matter of fact, I'm going to a company in Selden this evening, and I'm going to be opening up accounts for their staff members. So
Terrific. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
thank you.
So have you been finding with this, inflation and all of that, the changing of how things used to be, and a little bit more stressful since the pandemic and coming out of the pandemic, the world that we live in? Can you tell me a little bit about how that's affected the banking business and or the credit union business?
Well, I can tell you, I'll start with the business development department. Things were very quiet because we're used to going out to networking events, visiting our bank at work partners, and I wasn't used to being in the office all the time. So with the pandemic, obviously, everything flipped, and then we found ourselves on the phone trying to reach out to people. A lot of people weren't in their offices. We couldn't get in touch with them. We were sending out emails, and believe it or not, the way we got in touch with a lot of our member companies was through LinkedIn, because a lot of people were still staying on top of their LinkedIn. So that really helped. And of course, our members, we stayed open throughout the entire pandemic, but we had to change everything. Our drive-through window was literally lined up around the corner. We had limited hours for our branches. And then, of course, no one could physically come in. They had to make an appointment to come in. And we had to come up with a lot of different ways to help our members. Everybody was, pitching in on the phones, and a lot of emails were being sent.
Right. Very good. I'm sure there had been a lot of changes. So for sure. Lisa, so how would be, like Sal was asking, do they just, we do just walk into the bank? So how would we be able to contact you, or do we have to contact you?
I would be the
How would
best
you like
contact.
to proceed if someone wanted to open up or is interested in opening up an account or utilize some of your services that you just previewed here earlier on? How would they go about it?
Okay, well, you can walk into any of our locations, or you can email me, lmitnick@pafgu.org. Or you could also give us a call at 631-434-3500. I'm extension 267. I'd be more than happy to help you. And anyone here at the credit union would be happy to help you. And one more additional thing before I forget. In addition to our branches, we have a shared branch co-op network with other credit unions. So say that you're a credit union member at People's Alliance Federal Credit Union, and you're not in the area. I mean, you could be, far away, like in Florida or something, or you could be, out of town in New Jersey, and you just walk into a shared branch location, there's over 30,000 throughout the United States and Canada. And say, hey, I belong to People's Alliance Federal Credit Union. Here's my ID, my member number. And you would be able to do your banking as if you were at one of our locations. So that's a great convenience that we offer our members. And we have the same thing with ATMs. And of course, there's an app for that. And we have an app that we use so that everybody can find their locations. It's great for snowbirds, especially.
Sure.
A lot of people, they open up their account in New York and then they go away in the winter time. And, what do you do? And it's that simple.
Right. Well, that's great. For sure. So, Lisa, I appreciate your time today, learning a little bit about the credit union as well as yourself. You certainly interchange your hats very smoothly, I must add as well. But it was great to have you, and look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you for being the special guest.
You're
Sal,
welcome.
thanks for hosting this with me. I appreciate it. And,
Always a pleasure.
It's time to go, but
All
we'll
right.
see you next time on Spotlight on Middle Country. Bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.